finally got the Light Spider. Very excited to test it out. I think we're going to build him in a kind of tanky way. He's going to be in the front line for some of the Abyss dungeons. That's what I feel he's got the best potential for. Let's take a look at his skill set. He's got the attack break, first skill. Defense break, second skill, damage based on defense. He's a core type unit. And then we have the third skill, overload passive, but it does get skill ups over here. Effect rate plus 20. So we have all allies critical damage increased by 35%, but their defense is reduced by 15%. So anywhere you would want to use a glass cannon team. You could also use this, I suppose, for arena offense. We might try it there as well. You gain double the critical damage bonus. This effect does not... I don't think we're really going to put too much stock into double the critical damage bonus. This effect does not stack with similar effects. Additionally, your attacks have 50% chance to apply a one-turn mark and gain one-turn defense up after attacking. But this is based on... I guess we got to go over here to see what it's based on. This is based on defense. This is based on defense. So we're gonna... Maybe we'll build him defense, crit damage, defense. I suppose that could both make him tanky and do some damage at the same time. First thing we're gonna do is figure out how this team does without the Light Spider in it. See who's doing the most damage. I mean, I already know who's gonna be doing the most damage. It's gonna be the Light Clockwork. But we're gonna see who we can maybe swap out to get that extra damage. I feel like it's going to be the Ninrat that we're going to swap out for the extra damage. Or we could also do, yeah, we could also do the Sharpshooter, because Sharpshooter is going to be doing defense breaks and brands, and we're going to have the Light Spider doing defense breaks and brands too. So maybe that's the one we wind up taking out. Because maybe the Lightning Rod is doing enough to warrant staying in the team. 172,000 damage. He's doing damage too. Yeah, Light Clockwork's not the only one doing damage. 186. Yeah, we're already up to 4 million. Pretty solid. I don't think we can take out the Lightning Rat. I think he's going to have enough damage that we can't justify taking him out. I think we're going to take out the Sharpshooter. That extra crit damage is going to be really nice, though. And goodbye, Clockwork. Okay. Let's see also if it's a substantial... Look at that. The Clockwork's so ridiculous. 2.6 million. But the Sharpshooter, Dark Sharpshooter, is only 180,000 damage. So we're going to take that out and we'll see how it does. So we still have the two biggest damage dealers on the team. We have the extra damage from here. We have the extra damage from here. We have the cooldown reduction. We have the attack power buff and crit buff, and also a little bit of sustain as well. And I think this is actually one of the best places for this unit, because you kind of want to do more damage versus sustain. You want to just blast as much damage as possible to get through that shield as quickly as possible. As the Ninrat now does even less damage. Alright. Let's see if this is going to be a substantial... It feels like it should be a substantial difference. Oh, you know what? We could have also put that in the front row. Because it is a tank. So... 214. 73,000 damage on by itself. That's not bad for a support unit. Not bad. I mean, he's a core type unit, but we're using him as a support unit. Also, we're not getting the... I see we don't have a brand on there right now. I don't think we had a brand on at all, did we? $4 million. I do want to see when we actually get the brand on how much damage it's going to be able to do, though. And we get a little counter there. So we wound up we wound up doing less damage. Let's try it again. Let's see if we actually, it's doing a little bit more damage than the last one. But let's see if we wind up getting the brand on there and how much damage that can do. Because I noticed the units are actually doing more damage with their attacks. We just didn't have the brand. Clockwork is so insane. I can't imagine the clock, like without the clockworks, how these dungeons, these abyss dungeons would even, it would be rough. It would be the gunslinger show all the time. Actually, we're not landing the debuffs that we need to be landing. We didn't get the defense break. Oh, there's the defense break. Finally. Yeah, just not early debuffs is that definitely is contributing to not doing enough damage. I mean, doing enough damage, but not doing damage to surpass the last one with the sharpshooter. But also that team up was pretty nice. Man, it's gonna be kind of sad if it's like the very, very similar damage. I wanted this thing to be like blowing everything else out of the water. Be like, oh, it's added an extra 1.5 million damage to every team. We could also, yeah, it's actually doing less damage. It's actually doing less damage. So maybe we switch things around and doesn't really matter. Let's take this out. Let's put the sharpshooter back and see how this does. There's a little counter there. I wonder. I'm getting the feeling this is going to be doing very similar damage. Although we have more defense breaks, we have more brands. It should be more reliable. There's the and now he does it because he's like, oh, the sharpshooter's on the team. I need to make sure she doesn't show me up. I need to actually do my job now. Defense break and brand. There we go. All of a sudden we're getting the debuffs. All of a sudden. Crazy how that happens. Alright, so we're at 4 million. This one, but here's the thing, it's just that we're actually getting the debuffs now. That's why we're hitting better numbers. Now we just gotta put more luck on the team. But we could just put him, like, he's not doing crazy damage. We could just stick a bunch of luck. He's on, I want to say ambush, not ambush. Inspire now. Definitely not on ambush. So we've hit that 6 million mark, which is definitely nice. Not bad. That is the new best damage, I would assume. Yeah, new best damage. Nice. We're going to take a look at the light garbage jungle now. Let's do one of these. Let's do one of these attacks. Let's see how things go. And then what unit we can potentially swap out. I'm assuming it's going to be the turtle tank. Here's the results from the scavenger run. We can't take out the gunslinger. He's doing a lot of damage. Also, the clockwork is doing even more damage. So what we're going to take out is we're just going to do the turtle tank. Same as the last time. I got to run these more. We should have materials for all of this. I felt like I ran them enough to just have like a baseline of materials, and apparently that is not the case. This is the one we already did. This is the one we're doing. Okay, so let's take the turtle tank out. I already forgot how much the damage was. Oh, Lord. Also, I changed his gear. So he is on one broken set. He is on one inspire set. Luck and defense. This is only a 5-star. Ooh, you know what? Is I didn't realize we can... Well, we can't really do very much here, actually. Yeah. Do I want to convert? I want to make some jokes, but I'm not going to. Yeah, so he's just for some extra luck right now. That is the goal with this build. Also, I thought I got a lot more luck gear because I've been running that dungeon. I've been running Anonymous a bunch for the past few days. I feel like that gunslinger is not... I know the gunslinger is not getting the value. We might want to change the speed tuning. Actually. Or maybe stick something else in there. Like another damage dealer. To take his place. There we go. Missing some defense break though. There finally gets the defense break. Okay, we got a defense break and a mark there. We might mess around with some other stuff though. Because the gunslinger, like right there, he did solid damage. But at the very beginning, it's just that first time where he's just doing not really too much. So I think another option could be that if we're doing this dungeon, and we know we're going to be doing it for a while, to just set the gunslinger's AI to work differently for this. So that he doesn't just waste that third skill. As you can see right there. Really wasn't too crazy. It's like the pros and cons. So the pro is more crit damage. The con is less availability of that gunslinger's skill 3, for example. So let's see what happens if we take him out and we put light clockwork in, which is less cooldown dependent. It's gonna be a 3-hour-long video testing every single thing. Although it's attacking before the the attack power buff. It's too fast. We need to make that clockwork faster, or the fire clockwork faster, or the light clockwork slower. I think would be nice. Okay, defense break. We need a brand. We got 2 units that have brands. There's the brand. As long as someone does it. I think maybe this just winds up being another option of many different options in the toolkit for these dungeons. Where it's like, yes, you need a bunch of damage, but you can go about that damage different ways. Maybe instead of the Water Warners, because Water Warners does increase damage as well, passively. Whereas he's going to do kind of similar to the Water Warners, but instead of for one unit, through the entire team. Let's see. This actually is going to get a new best score without the Gunslinger. That's nice. It's almost a full 3-star team, which I think is worth mentioning. All LD3, but aside from that, almost a full 3-star team. Wait, is this going to be a new best score? I know the last one was 5 million and change, but... Was it low 5? Yes, it is new best score. And the sharpshooter actually did a little bit more damage than before there also. I don't know. So many. I gotta farm so much of this. I'm happy that this is working nicely. Let's see what else we can do. Let's do this. Let's see. We'll take this out. Wait. We'll see how it does first, and then we'll take it out. Put the new one in. So this is the results. 6.7 is a lot of damage from the light radiator. So. Oh, so nice. Thank you. So let's do this. I kind of want to take this out too, but we're not going to. We're going to go light clockwork, and we're going to go light spider. Just all damage. We're just going to go all damage. Okay. But I don't know if we're going to beat the 6.7. Let's see. It should be decent though. If we get the defense breaks and the brands on at the right times, which we are not gonna we're not gonna do, are we? Okay, the defense break, then the brand. Okay, we are. There we go. $1.3. Still a long way from 6.7 though. But that's the best score. I mean, you know, we're not running and running and running and running. We're just seeing how it does now. Defense per grant, come on, let's go. Nice. We are gonna hit better than the last run that we just had, but I can't say we're not hitting that 6.7 right now. Not today. Actually, maybe we don't do better than the last run. Because he is almost dead. We need another 250k on him. Close to the last run, but yeah. On the plus side, we don't have the gunslinger in here, which is a little bit more of an attainable team, even though we do have the Warners. Let me grab that. Apparently I need to farm these more than I realized. So here, now we have an issue. What can we use for attack power? Leader skill. I'm looking to see. We have this one. That could be interesting. Let's see how it does. Very, very attainable. Very free to play friendly. There is only 3 stars in this. No War Nurse, no Gunslinger. And this is kind of what the devs are trying to do, is make things super attainable to play the game. Like, you're not going to be the top of the leaderboard with just free-to-play units for, like, live arena. Like, that's in any of these games. But they want to make sure that all of the dungeon content, all of the PvE stuff is not, like, locked behind a paywall. That is what the game plan is anyway. We took a lot of damage though. $1.5 mil. Okay, 2 million. Are we gonna hit? We're gonna hit 4, but what else do we do past that is the question. Can we do another 2 million now? Because remember, we have a weaker leader skill, and then we don't have that passive from the War Nurse. Oh, that was pretty nice. That was pretty nice. Multi-hits. And that could go, like, you don't know when that stops, right? So that you could have, like, 10 hits from that Joker skill, too. Yep, 4.1 million. Very comparable. Solid results without the Water Warners, without the Tree Gunslinger. Only 3 stars. A lot of ignore defense. We're probably going to swap back out to the other team just because that one does more damage, but I just wanted to see how this one could do with very, very attainable. I say very attainable, but you know there's going to be people like, I don't have any of those units. You got options, guys. You just got more options now. Eventually, you will get all the LD3s. Eventually, it's going to happen. So, it's not like, there's no LD2s that are going to pop out of the scrolls. The Illyrium. There's no LD2s that are going to pop out of the Illyrium, but we got to see a little bit of what it can do. Do we have any summons? We do not. Yeah, more Clockworks. I just always got to do summons, guys. I always got to do... Oh, here we go, here we go. It only takes 1. Very excited. I've been wanting this for so long. I have been wanting this unit. Oh my god. Okay, so we're still missing some of the newer ones. I think we're... What actually are we missing from the newer ones? So there's the triple hit. It's kind of like the Cannon Girls mixed with the... Well, I want to say the Cannon Girls mixed with the Miyang, but not quite. It's the first skill, Cannon Girls. Triple hit, attack gauge decrease. Second skill, recover HP of all allies by 26% of your max HP. Grant them 2-turn attack power up. 6-starred, removes all debuffs. This is going to get 6-starred, absolutely no question about it. Cleanse debuffs. Heal and attack power buff is wonderful. And then the assist shot, attack an enemy 3 times. Each attack shorten the buff duration by 1 turn. Afterwards, extend buff duration by 1 turn of all allies. Damage based on your speed. Again, like Miang. And then the leader ability, 33% HP during guild battle. I don't think we're actually going to use that leader ability. I'm going to use her for Mental Fortress. That's the plan. That's the plan for her. So... What else are we still missing? In terms of 4 stars. Fire Witch. I think that's the only one now. Fire Witch. How long is it going to take to get her? She's a solid unit too. The Fire Witch. I've seen she does ridiculous amounts of damage. So. Damage of return. Target enemy. Launch attack. Increase damage by 30% for each debuff on the target. Target's immune to damage of return. Increase damage by additional 50%. Those two right there. Crazy damage. So ignore 70% if it's under sleep. That's not really going to do a lot to bosses, but yeah. Anyway, we'll get her. We'll see when we actually get her. But I'm very excited about the string bait. I'm very excited also about another viable option for some of the Abyss dungeons in the light spider. Anyway, that's it for this one. See you as always in the next one.